Swamiji, how does one know what their Swadharma is?
Lot of introspection and observation one has to do. If sometimes it is natural tendency that the mind is gravitating towards a certain thing where there is a natural spontaneous love for something and one just loses oneself into it. So the Swadharma is based on my temperament. First of all, I must know what is my temperament. The combination of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, I am talking from Vedanta standpoint right now. Predominantly Sattvic, predominantly Rajasic, predominantly Tamasic. What is my temperament? Based on the temperament, I must choose a profession. And that profession has to be such where there is a deep love for it. Being in it, I can forget myself. If money is not a compulsion, then I would do that. Time, I just lose a sense of time because I enjoy doing that work. Being in that field, I can give my best to the society. I can make a maximum difference. So there are very many methods to do that. One has to observe, one has to introspect. There's one psychological exercise also which they tell you to do. Write down what you wanted to be from the age of 0 to 5, then 6 to 10, then 11 to 15, and 16 to 20. Like that you write down. Because what happens is when we are children, our intuitive mind works more. Our logical mind, which is flooded with a lot of cautions and fears and how this will happen, this is impractical, that cannot be done, all those are not there in childhood. So then imagination is very high and it comes from the heart where the external pressures have not spoiled it. So when I sit and do that exercise quietly, I may see, I'm not saying it will happen always, but I may see a chain, a link that, okay, this is my basic temperament, this is what I wanted to really do, and this is what I can do. So one has to identify Swadharma that way, through introspection, observation, understanding, asking some fundamental questions, and sitting quietly and really answering it, not going by just external pressures. Then one will identify the Swadharma.
Does God really exist? The logical mind does not believe it.
Use logic only. No, if effect is there, does cause exist or not? Cause has to exist. How can you say that if creation is there, there is no creator? You can dismiss the form of creator or a concept of creator that is not appealing to you. But if we say that if effect is there, there is cause does not exist and this has just come from nowhere, that nowhere also is a cause, no. Nothing also is a cause. You are ultimately just saying that God as God, which we believe doesn't exist, but nothing exists. And is it not a contradiction to say nothing exists? That existence is the ultimate cause. Vedanta is saying that. Asti, isness is the ultimate cause from where the whole universe came. So if we don't go to the principles, then we may get confused. We think that Bhagwan is sitting up there and he is on a lotus flower and he has 4 heads and then from his mouth he created this world and all that. That is a pictographic depiction of some Vedantic principle. He is not sitting up there like that. The understanding has to be clear. A pure consciousness is what is appearing as all this. While I am in the dream, I may say that, where is the waker? There is no waker. But the very fact that dream world exists means there is a waker. Logic only has to be used. The very fact that tap water is coming in my house means what? There is ocean somewhere or not? No, Swamiji, there is only a rivulet. Okay, rivulet is there or not? Some cause is there, no. If individuality exists, totality has to exist. It is not possible that there is no totality. So you have to use logic only, and Upanishads give proper logic. You study the Upanishads, what is the nature of the reality, how creation came about, all that is given there. And logically you can understand. And the best part is, once we understand all that, Upanishads will take you to a level where creator, creation, creature, everything dismissed. There is one absolute reality alone. As long as I am in the dream, I have all these questions. Is there a dreamer? Is there a creator? How do I believe there is a creator? All that. The moment I wake up, no dream, no dreamer, no dream character. Nothing exists. That's the highest state that Upanishad speaks about. One level below that is creator and then the creation. So if I'm at level of creation, then of course there has to be a creator. There is no effect that can be produced without a cause.